What is it about Mr. Hampton you like so much?
So I just got to the job for today, and I had to reverse down the drive, and lucky enough they've got another side gate as well to get onto the drive, but there's a great big section of tree down across the main drive, so that's what I'm going to have to be doing this morning. I'm going to have to get the chainsaw out and get that shifted. Yeah, so it's not even 8 o'clock yet, and it's what's it saying on the van? It's saying 19C, which is what, low 70s or high 60s roughly, and the sun's not even up properly yet. It's going to be a scorcher today, but I'm going to have to try and find some shade to work in today. But I've got to get this tree shifted first from the driveway. I shall wait a half hour to get on with that. I'm going to have to make sure I drink plenty of water today, and hopefully I'll have a bit of energy tomorrow to do the track session. But we're going to have to see how it all goes this week. It's exceptionally hot weather. As you can see, the drive is completely blocked. So that's a job for today to do. Looks like it's caused a bit of a mess up there as well, so I'm going to have to get all that off, give it a good cut back. So I've had the chainsaw out, and as you can see, I've cleared quite a lot of it, but unfortunately I'm just looking here, and it goes right up to the top up there, so this involves climbing. So I've got absolutely no problem using a chainsaw on the ground. It goes right up there, the branch. I don't think you can see it through the tree there, but I've got absolutely no problem using a chainsaw on the ground safely. But there's no way I'm climbing on a ladder with a chainsaw without proper safety equipment. So the customer's going to have to get a tree surgeon in to shift the rest of it. But at least his driveway's clear now. So it's 9:30, and the temperature's getting really warm now. So I'm going to get this cleared and try and find a shady spot to work in for the rest of the day. Well, it's really hot today. It's going to be a difficult one. I don't think I should be worrying about track sessions and things this week, although I'm going to have a go, and I think if I can try and keep to the shade as much as possible and keep hydrated, I think I might be okay. So anyway, I'm going to have me sandwiches soon. It's only 10 o'clock, but if I don't eat them soon, I'll end up with I've got an egg crust sandwich. It's going to end up being a cooked egg sandwich. So I'm going to have it pretty soon because the temperatures are climbing pretty steeply. That's the trouble in the UK. We don't do hot weather. It's like when you're on holiday, it's a completely different feel. If you're on the beach, you've got the sea breeze or whatever, but when you've got to carry on working, it's not much fun. But there you go. I'm going to crack on. So I've had my sandwich, which is very enjoyable. So I'm now just going to do a bit of trimming up. There's a little bit of shade here, so I'm gonna give this bush a trim up, a tidy up, and then do a bit of weeding around the back here, because it's all in the shade. This part here as well, probably. So basically just trying to grab hold of any shade I can possibly get. So let's see if I can set this up somewhere and just give you a little display of some hedge cutting if you're interested. Oh, that is tough going. Wow, I just left these in the sun. They just about touch them, they're so hot. So I just noticed in the distance other gardeners using their hedge cutters, and it seems like all their machines are struggling with the heat. They're all sort of not running smoothly like they should do. Basically it's just too hot. The the fuel and the oil just get too hot and they don't run properly unless you sort of make an adjustment. But it's not a good idea to keep adjusting them machines, because then you have to revert it back to the normal settings after, and you don't always get it back the same way. So I'll be leaving the hedge cut alone now, I think, for the rest of the day. And it's 11 o'clock and it's really warm, so I'm just going to concentrate on this little bit of a bed here, this little bit of shade. So I'm just going to give it like a little bit of the thinning out, and there's some weeds in there as well, and yeah, just try and keep out the sun as much as I can. Alright, let's get on. So it's quite difficult to find any shade now because the sun's getting really high, so I'm going to have to swap sides soon in the garden, maybe go over to the other side at the back, because I'm sure there's shade there somewhere. It's a bit of a nuisance because I wanted to get this bed completely thinned out, but I'm going to keep going as long as I can. There's a little bit of a breeze, that's helping a little bit. I'm just drinking plenty of water as well, and hopefully I'll be okay. I don't know if you can make out on the audio, but there's a couple of old World War II aeroplanes circling around. They're just not quite close enough to pick up on the camera, but if one happens to come over, I'll try and get a quick little bit of footage. But one of them definitely looks like a Spitfire. The other one could be a Hurricane. I'm not quite sure because I'm no expert on flight, on planes and stuff, but I'll try and get a bit of footage if I can. Well, that's me done for the day. It's certainly been a warm one, but I got all my jobs done, so I'm pretty pleased about that. My energy levels don't feel too bad today. I feel quite surprisingly not too bad. legs feel a bit better. I'm glad I didn't run yesterday. I think I probably would have finished off today if I had. But obviously I've got to start putting something into practice. I've got to decide what I'm going to do about this marathon training, or do I just plod along and see what happens, just see how I feel closer to the time, and just try and I'm going to have to start getting up pretty early in the mornings, because this hot weather's in for a while now. I think we're looking at a good few weeks of this weather. I'm hoping that when I go away at the end of the month, even if it's still warm, being on the coast, it won't be so difficult to run and to get motivated being on holiday. There's nothing better than having a run by the sea when you haven't got to go work after. So anyway, that's it for today. I know it's not actually a running video, but gives you a little insight to my working day. And anyway, hopefully see you down the track tomorrow night.